Okay, that's it. Jeff?
Yeah.
All right, look, I've had it. This weather sucks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. I've got a question for you. It's Saturday. Do you know where your garbage can is? Probably in another county. You know, it's very windy the last couple of days in the Emerald City, and you've seen the garbage men. They dump out the trash, then they hold the cans up like big windsocks and let them go. It's a big joke to them. It's the happy time for the garbage men. Look how far I got that one to go. All right, yeah. Then you're driving around, the cars knock them around like hockey pucks, which is just part of the fun of living in Seattle. You came for the beautiful mountain views. You stayed for the garbage can hockey. It's just, you know, all over the city, just rolling and flying everywhere. It's good to put a return address on your can, not just the street address. Put the city, you know. If the weather keeps up like this, put the state, put the country. You know, Vancouver, they'll send it back. It's really tough on the people who work down at the Pike Place Market. You know, the fish throwers, you know, they throw a fish, a gust of wind takes it and wham, you know, just like whacks the face. You know, a tourist from Nebraska is like knocked over. It's just you know, there's a lot of changes, as a matter of fact, going down at the market. There's a big feud, you might have read this, between the people who sell the food and the other people who sell, like, hemp underwear. You know, that sort of hemp wind socks, you know, these things, you know. A vote was taken to expand the amount of food sold, which was real controversial, and then there were some other controversial changes made as well. We thought you might be interested. For example, the sanitary market will change its name to the Clean Enough for Tourists market. All sidewalks, alleyways, and street performers will be hosed down at the end of the day, of each day. To increase donations, they'll replace the pig with a booth from the Lusty Lady. That should work. Obviously, you know, a positive response to that. The market clock will become digital, which is good, you know. Musicians will play grating songs from the 70s instead of the 60s. And finally, athletic supporters will be placed on all gooey ducks, which is high time for that. Sounds like some great ideas, and we have a great show for you tonight. But before we go any further, please watch this.
Back to this hour of the program. I'm Dr. Laura Schlesinger, and in case you have not been listening recently, well, shame on you. I have toughened up our screening process. Now, listen up, because this is how it's going to work. I only want to hear from the most moral people on Earth. And needless to say, in this day and age, my choices are a little limited. So, I don't care if you're dead or you're alive. I only want to speak to the ethically sound people. People like me. So, let's take our first caller of the day. We have a Mahatma Gandhi. You're on the line with Dr. Laura Schlesinger program. Hello.
Dr. Laura, thank you for taking my call. It's an honor to speak with you.
Thank you, Mahatma Gandhi. What can I do for you?
I'm thinking about quitting my lawyer practice to help my people.
Quitting your law practice for what people, Gandhi? Are they family?
Well, no, they are not, but...
Oh, then why would you give up a perfectly good law practice for complete strangers, Mahatma?
I am tired of seeing injustices done to the people of India.
Oh, that's what moving vans are for, Gandhi. And I thank you for your call. I have a Joan on the line. Joan, you're with Dr. Laura Schlesinger here. Hello.
Dr. Laura, I am hearing voices.
Oh, for pity's sake, is this Joan of Arc again?
Oui, the voices keep telling me to dress as a man and lead the army of France.
Honey! Dress as a man? Oh, please. As I've said many times before on this program, gays and lesbians aren't normal. Now, taking naked pictures of yourself in a seedy hotel room and giving your lover the negatives so that he can splash them all over the internet, that's one thing. It is. That's just something completely different. But you, young lady, you're very disturbed. Joan, you need to go back in that closet. And I thank you for calling. Next, I have a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on the line. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Dr. Laura.
Hello.
I need some advice.
Yes?
Lately, I've been under a lot of pressure.
Well, I certainly sympathize with you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, being a doctor, it's really stressful. I cannot tell you how hard it is day after day to sit in this chair passing judgment on people for 3 hours at a time. So what's your problem?
Dr. Laura, I am a preacher, and they're trying to oppress my people.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. What is it with this my people garbage today? First it's Mahatma, my people, you, my people.
Dr. Laura, I'm in prison right now, and for the first time, I'm starting to ask myself, why?
What are you in prison for?
They refused to let us sit in the front of the bus, so we staged a boycott and then a demonstration.
Listen, Buster, if you're calling me for sympathy, you got the wrong lady. Why don't you do something constructive with your life instead of worrying about seating arrangements on some bus?
Excuse me, they're dragging us out of the cell now.
Hello? Well, that was rude. But it's interesting, isn't it? Some folks just can't seem to set priorities. I have a Mother Mary. Mother Mary, you're on the air.
Dr. Laura, do you remember all of the advice you've given me over the years?
Oh, refresh my memory, sweetie. I can't keep track of everyone.
I told you that God was the father of my baby, and you called me delusional. Then, when my son grew up, healed the sick, and raised the dead, you told me that I should have him committed. Do you remember now?
Well, really, that could be anyone who calls here Mother Mary. Do you have an actual question for me today?
He would like to speak with you. Come here, my son.
Well, can we move this along, please, Mary? We got to go to break in a second here.
Hello, Dr. Laura.
Oh, my gosh. Is that really you, Jesus?
Yes, my child.
Oh, this is indeed an honor, Jesus. My goodness, you wouldn't believe the wackos I've had calling me today. Do you have a question for me?
I wanted to remind you, my child, that there is only one true judge.
Oh, you are a flatterer. You are so sweet. Oh, Jesus, do you mind if we would play your endorsement of me as a promo for my show?
I was talking about the only true judge, God.
Wait a minute, I thought I was the only true judge.
I know. We've been receiving so many prayers about you lately that we felt the need to answer them immediately.
Oh, I'm so glad you're going to help me lift the morality of America, Jesus.
Are you ready, my child?
Yes! Oh, yes, Jesus, I'm so ready. Let's answer America's prayers. This will save them from the...
Now go take on the day.
This is the late report. Well, the Seattle Greyhound bus station was evacuated this week after an employee mixed several hazardous cleaning supplies together. Officials say it wasn't so much the mixture that upset the riders, but the shock of having actual cleaning supplies on a Greyhound bus. Listeners of country radio station KMPS called to complain that they found the use of the word lesbian in a public service message offensive. The station apologized for the offense and then played a song about a guy who was in love with his horse. Washington State Bar Association has strongly urged the state Supreme Court to adopt a new rule that prohibits lawyers from having sex with their clients. The bar says that in addition to the practice being ethically improper, it's also very distracting to the court stenographer. State Representative Hans Dunshee says the even number of Democrats and Republicans in the House could lead to the passage of nothing but, quote, cheese whiz bills. The comment brought a call from presidential candidate Dan Quayle, who said, did I hear someone say there's cheese whiz? The Underage Poetry Slam for poets under age 21 took place today at the Northwest Spoken Word Lab in Auburn. Among the better poems performed were Ode to a Booger and Jimmy Peed the Bed. Ecology experts spent this week in Renton tracking down the source of a putrid, acrid smell they call the cat odor. They say it's a testament to how far Renton's come because there was a time that cats used to complain of a smell that they called the Renton odor. Earlier this week, Senator Patty Murray called for a dismissal of the impeachment trial of President Clinton. The rest of the Senate dealt with her request by throwing her into the air and going, whee! And now, here with Consumer Corner is our own Pat Cashman. Pat?
Thank you very much, Don. I have scanned the stores trying to see what exciting new trends and products are out there, from toys to personal care items.
And these are real products, right?
These are real products, okay. Absolutely real. You can buy them yourselves at your favorite stores. Now, let's start with this. This is for kids. It's called Little Tykes Healthy Snacks.
Okay, looks like those are pretzels.
They are pretzels, John. Let me open one of these for you. These are not just pretzels, they're made of hard, healthy snack plastic.
Wow.
They're hard, healthy snack plastic pretzels, John. And you notice nothing's written on here anywhere that says you can't eat them, so I guess hard plastic really is a healthy snack for kids.
Wow. Good for the teeth, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. Now, also in the toy department, a related item, sort of, the skydiving Poopa Troopers.
Now, why are they called Poopa Troopers, Pat?
I don't know. I imagine it's because they would eventually make their way through some dog's digestive system.
I see.
You just don't want that parachute to open too soon.
No, you wouldn't want that.
Now, check this out. Here is a Viewmaster keychain, miniature version of the regular Viewmaster. And this is a nice thing to know right here. See, it really works. What a bonus. I wish they'd put that promise on more products. But let's be realistic here, John. Sure, it works and everything. But who do you know that has eyes spaced this close together?
It's a good point, I guess, yeah.
Now, here is the touch and surprise Baby Mickey. You notice where Baby Mickey is looking there, John? I think it's pretty obvious what he touched and what the surprise was.
What else you got, Pat?
Well, here's an interesting trend, John. Now, for years, of course, you could buy just regular Vaseline.
Sure.
Now they've introduced Vaseline Creamy.
Oh.
And another product, regular diaper rash ointment, Desitin,
Yeah.
and now Creamy Desitin. You know what's coming next, John?
What, chunky style?
Chunky style, yeah. It looks that way.
Sure.
I don't know how much they'll, be demanding chunky Vaseline at the stores, but you never know.
No, you never know. You never know.
Now, I used to think of outdoor recreation as just about the most wholesome sort of activity a person could pursue, but man, are they selling some kinky stuff in the camping and fishing department these days.
Oh, we got to wrap this up.
That doesn't even need an explanation, does it? A couple more items, products regarding your personal health. Here is the Futuro fracture-style bedpan. If you're buying me a bedpan, baby, make it fracture-style.
Yeah. Or creamy.
Or creamy.
Or creamy, yeah. Right.
And you'll notice on the top that it's a bedpan to support your active life. Finally, a bedpan you can take to the movies. To the ball game. Church. Wherever.
It's long overdue.
Oh, yeah. And here is the Good Health rectal syringe. Now, where should we start on this item? First of all, there's the frightening pairing of the words rectal and syringe. And then there's the manufacturer's name right there, Faultless. In other words, if anything goes wrong, don't come crying to us. Apparently, they are not willing to stand behind their product.
No, I wouldn't be either.
But the good news, it says it comes with a 10-year warranty. That's a good feeling, to know you can use the same rectal syringe for 10 years.
Okay, Pat, that's it. I think you're done.
I didn't get to talk about this item. Jim's Crack Cream, John.
I don't think you really need to.
Jimmy Crack Cream, and I don't care.
That's the late report. Don't go away because we're coming right back.
Say, has anyone seen Bob?
Smith?
Yeah, I gotta ask him about the Wells account.
I just saw him down at the Salt Lick.
Oh, great.
I thought Craig was playing well, but the defense just was not there for him.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, nice job on the McKenzie merger.
Thanks, John. Hey, you're looking a little tired this morning.
Oh, yeah, it usually takes me 2 or 3 licks to get going.
I know what you mean. I'm not myself till I've had my lick in the morning. Bob, do you have time to go over the Bradson portfolio with me? Yeah, I should. I've got a 9:30 to get to, but like 11 maybe? 11's great.
Okay. Hey, guys. Really good lick today.
Yeah, I think it's European.
I can tell.
Hey guys, how's the lick today?
Great.
Really good.
Great.
Yeah.
Really
I gotta
good.
get going. 11 o'clock?
Great. See ya.
What do you think, Italian?
Fresh, too.
Oh, yeah.
Always did love the Salt Lick one there. Well, that's just about all the time we have for Almost Live this week. If you'd like to come down and join us in our studio audience, there's the number for tickets, 421-5555. Isn't that cute? King 5, 5555. Anyway, that's about all we have for this week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.